We will be talking about the rectus abdominis. And so it originates from the pubic symphysis and the pubic crest, which are located in the pelvic region, and it inserts into the xiphoid process of the sternum and the costal cartilages of the 5th, 6th, and 7th ribs. The rectus abdominis inserts into the linea alba, a fibrous structure in the midline of the abdomen formed by the fusion of abdominal aponeuroses. The attachment points were just discussed, and now we'll be talking about the strengthening exercises for superior and inferior abdominal fibers. For superior fibers, exercises include trunk flexion. We have crunches. They mainly engage the superior fibers of the rectus abdominis by focusing on trunk flexion and creating the flexion movement of the spine. The portion of the rectus abdominis contracts concentrically to bring the rib cage toward the pelvis. Next, we see hanging leg raises. Hanging leg raises also engage the superior fibers of the rectus abdominis by involving trunk flexion against the resistance of the hanging position. Lifting the legs upward requires the rectus abdominis to contract to bring the pelvis closer to the rib cage. Next, we will be talking about the inferior fiber exercises, which include planks. Planks engage the entire rectus abdominis, including both superior and inferior portions, to maintain stability and prevent excess arching of the lower back. The inferior fibers are activated to support the pelvis and prevent sagging. Dead bug exercise. As you lower the arm and leg on opposite sides, the inferior portion of the rectus abdominis contracts to stabilize the pelvis and spine, preventing excess arching of the lower back as well. So stretches for the whole abdominal group. We see here the standing side stretch. It primarily targets the lateral muscles of the abdomen, including the external obliques. And it also stretches the internal obliques and the rectus abdominis. Next, we see the kneeling abdominal stretch. It targets the rectus abdominis and the entire abdominal muscle group. The backward bending motion of the spine creates a stretch along the front of the abdomen, and it particularly stretches the rectus abdominis muscle, the main vertical abdominal muscle. Next, we see the cobra stretch. It primarily stretches the anterior muscles of the abdomen, and as you lift your chest and arch your upper back, there's extension in the spine, allowing for a stretch along the front of the abdomen. It stretches the rectus abdominis and gives a deeper abdominal muscles and hip flexors.